So recently I made a video talking about the Hogwarts Legacy multiplayer mod called HogWarp. I will leave a link to that in the top right hand corner in the card. I will also leave a comment down below pinned to the top of the comments so you guys can find the video that talks more about that. But just today, like an hour ago, as of the time that I'm recording this video, the team over at HogWarp just had a giant public stress test of the servers, and it was amazing. So they held this stress test to see how much the servers could actually handle for the amount of players, and we got up to about 160 people is what I saw at the maximum. We did indeed learn a lot of stuff about how the game handles having a lot of players in the same room. We also learned a lot about how when you have a lot of players, how is it going to affect your computer? How is it going to run? How is it going to look? All the stuff like that. We now know way more about how this mod is actually going to run in its full version when you have like 200 people on one server. And of course, the HogWarp team can actually take this information and turn it into optimizations and making it run smoother and everything like that. It's going to be amazing to see what they can do with it now that we know more about it. So on screen, you're actually seeing some of the footage from this little public stress test here. Again, we had about 160 people in total at one point on the server. We had probably 50 people inside of the Great Hall. We had probably 100 people out in the Quidditch field, and we filled the 3 broomsticks. I don't even know how many people we had, but we were filling it to the point where you couldn't move in there because there were too many people. So the one thing that I can say that, and this is probably going to be fixed in future versions of it because the developers of HogWarp, they've already stated that they're going to be fixing this, is when you have a lot of players on the server, it actually is rendering those players no matter where they are. So on my computer, I have a Ryzen 9 5950X with a 3080 and of course 32 gigabytes of RAM, and I was dropping to about 32-34 frames per second at the Quidditch field. And the reason for that is not only because there was a ton of players and this game already does not handle a lot of NPCs very well, but on top of that, it was rendering people and areas outside of my area too. So people, if I was at the Quidditch field and people were over in Hogsmeade, it was rendering those people too. And those areas too. So it was really bogging down. Even people with 4090s were only getting 40 FPS. It was insane. It's very CPU heavy, very CPU demanding. In Task Manager, I was seeing my CPU was capped out at, again, like I said in a previous video, I was no more than 35% CPU usage, and I was getting maybe 15% usage on my GPU because it was so CPU limited. It was insane. Overall, though, this was incredibly fun, and I actually had a blast talking with the people on Discord and kind of chatting with them. We were all coordinating where we wanted to go. So the only footage I was not able to capture, because I actually ran out of space on my SSD when I was recording this, is we had probably 15 people inside of the room of requirement, and we had about 25 people at the train station for Hogsmeade. But they did manage to fix things like fast traveling. That worked, so you can just fast travel wherever you wanted to. They plan on fixing the brooms at one point. They did actually get NPC syncing, so the NPCs were actually fighting other people. That was super cool to see. The NPCs were actually attacking other people. They couldn't kill them, and the other people weren't it wasn't a giant battle, but the NPCs could at least see the other players around me. I had to go through and kill all the NPCs though to stop them from attacking the people, but it was a lot of fun. It really was. It was super cool to see this. 160 players inside of Hogwarts Legacy is insane. This bodes very well for the future, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with this mod in the future for optimizations, for features, for things like just syncing different things. I know that they have been talking about it in the Discord about working on the spell syncing and the broom syncing and everything like that. They're still working on getting those actually added to the public release and everything, so those aren't fully done, but you can tell that they're kind of there. The baseline code for that is starting to form for that, and it looked really cool whenever the NPCs were kind of all looking at all the players in the area and trying to fight everybody. They were catching on fire and stuff. It was kind of crazy. But like I said, overall, this was absolutely amazing to be a part of and to witness this, the first real test of 200, almost 200 players on this one server. And it honestly handled it pretty well, given the fact that Hogwarts Legacy on its own doesn't run too well unless you use my performance fix video, which that'll also be linked in the card in the top right hand corner. If you guys want to go watch that to learn how to make this game run a little better for you. but the game doesn't run normally that great anyway, so to see it running with like almost 200 players in your area in one server was actually kind of magical. And in the future versions, again, we'll have spell syncing, we'll have mount syncing, we'll have quests and stuff like that we can go do together, and it's like you can make your own private servers and stuff. This really gave everybody there, and I'm hoping it gives you guys the same feeling of this is making really good progress, and my god, it sounds fun. I can't wait to roam around with my buddies and make, maybe a private server for me and my community, maybe on YouTube or, some kind of Twitch, Discord community thing that we could possibly do. All I know is this has a lot of potential. This is going to be super freaking cool. And everybody was so nice too. Like we had this like 30-person Discord call going on, and it was just super duper cool to have everyone there. Everyone was talking. People were helping them set up the mod and everything. Like it was a really good time. And one of the funnest things that we all did is like there's actually a little chat window that you can actually type in and stuff. So there's a whole chat log you can talk to people on the server with, and it uses your Discord name as what you want to be called on the game, because the whole thing runs off of a Discord authentication as well. So what your Discord name is what your in-game name is and stuff like that. So you have this in-game chat, and we were all coordinating to meet in the Great Hall, and we had it to where everybody in the Great Hall was lined up at the right tables for their house, and it was so cool looking. It was so cool. And then you had the generic NPCs flooding in with the actual players, and the tables were filled with food, and the lights were shining in through the windows. It was so dang immersive. Once they add in like spell syncing and stuff, like it's gonna be so cool to see what people can do for like a Hogwarts RP servers, or like any kind of like just honestly anything. It's going to be super cool to see what anybody can do for anything on this, because I feel like it's going to be pretty open-ended. But overall, this was amazing to see, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. If you guys have any friends you are excited to play Hogwarts RP with, or any kind of Hogwarts online multiplayer experience with, feel free to send them this video to show them what it could actually look like in the future, to kind of get them excited for it, because I know I am. Me and my friends are very excited to play this game online and hang out and do quests and everything. It's going to be awesome. But that will go ahead and do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like the video if you guys do enjoy this. Subscribe if you guys are new and want to check out more Hogwarts Legacy content. I'll be maybe uploading a few more videos here and there. And don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me how excited you guys are, and what you're excited to do inside of this game with your friends. Like, are you excited for just exploring and hunting monsters, or are you going to try to do the quests, or are you just going to like role play with your friends? Like, what are you going to do in this game? It's so open-ended. I'm so excited for this. But thank you for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and bye, guys.